Now, listen, you guys, Vibe Nation is under fire because of, propelling a lie that Nicki Minaj was out there shading Beyonce. Now, we're also going to be discussing about Doechii being accused of botting. Meanwhile, Drake fans are crying, okay, because of radio play. They feel like the man is being sabotaged. And personally, I'm just looking from the sidelines and I'm like, oh, hello, hi, this is how we felt back in 2019. And we're also going to be discussing about Ayra Starr allegedly getting signed to Fraudulent Nation. Meanwhile, there's something that allegedly went on between JT and Glorilla of, one of them wanting the other one to be jumped. And I'm just like, okay, welcome to Female Rap Unity. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Nicki Minaj and Vibes magazine. Earlier on, I did a video and I was basically expressing that I really do not think that Nicki Minaj has got an issue with Beyonce. And some of you came in the comment section. You were like, oh my God, you're being delusional. They've got issues. Oh my God, I am a bub. And Nicki said it herself that she isn't cool with that woman. And I do get that some of you were coming through thinking that by saying out loud that Nicki Minaj has got issues with Beyonce, you are helping. However, let me quickly just tell you what I think. And it seems like, well, my thoughts might actually be aligning to what Nicki also is saying on Twitter. So, you guys going around saying that Nicki is beefing with Beyonce is not helping Nicki Minaj's cause at all. It is not helping her cause at all, because what that does is that it will reshift people's focus from exactly what she's talking about, what allegedly the title swindler and his partner, by his partner I mean his business partner, obviously Desiree, allegedly did to Nicki Minaj. And then the new narrative will be like Nicki is beefing Beyonce for no reason. So I don't know, guys, if you are missing the point that that's the reason why we refuse to acknowledge a beef that's non-existent. It's because she made it clear on her platform who she has issues with and why she has issues with that person. And that is none other than the title swindler. So if the Beyonce fans decide to personalize that battle and make it a Beyonce battle, if they decide to basically be used by the title swindler in fighting against a woman who never really disrespected Beyonce, that's their own choice. But I find it rather odd when I see fellow Nicki Minaj fans propelling that narrative. You guys are not doing her any good. And so this is what happened when Vibes magazine was also running with the lie. So, as I discussed in my earlier video, you guys know the tweet that Nicki Minaj made about her lyrics from Cargo, like that whole entire I don't ride a mechanical bull situation. It seems like, well, Vibes magazine decided to take that and run with it, and they worded it in such a way, that made people think that Nicki was actually coming for Beyonce nonstop. They said, did Nicki Minaj just shade Beyonce? The Babs and the Beehive heatedly debate mechanical bull. Okay, and the Babs are not having it. Okay, the smart ones are not having it. They flooded their comment section with news about the men from Fraudulent Nation. And I'm just like, I'm loving this new era for Babs. I love how these guys are moving. I love how you guys are moving, because it seems like every other platform that decides to use Nicki Minaj as a distraction to what is happening to the title swindler, you guys are swinging in hard. And underneath that post, people are reposting the news that's trending about his son, about the, Desiree, about everything. It's crazy, everything that's happening underneath the post. So Nicki Minaj responded to that and said, y'all please read the comments below this post. They refuse to stop the nonsense, so they are going to pay every time. Vibe, there's something I remember about you too. I'd tread lightly on the engagement farming on this side, Doechii. Last warning, love and light. Okay, so this was Nicki Minaj basically sending a warning to Vibe magazine for spreading that narrative that while she is having issues with Beyonce this simply because she tweeted lyrics to her song Cowgirl after her fans were talking about her tour. And I also realized that some Beehive fans, some Beehive members are mad that Nicki Minaj is retweeting about Gek City, because according to them, she shouldn't talk about her tour because Beyonce is on tour. Somehow Nicki Minaj and the Babs talking about Gig City means that Nicki Minaj is bitter and salty over Beyonce. First of all, they don't even sing the same genre. So I don't understand why they are so hell-bent on trying to make it a rival. Like it's not there. It doesn't make any sense. There's no Nicki isn't Beyonce's rival. Like it's no. Beyonce's rival is Taylor Swift. If you want to beef with someone so bad, why won't you go and poke the Taylor Swift fans? Why do you have to be trying to feel big by poking at a female at a female rapper when they are, musicians and artists that are in your favorite genre? I don't get it. But anyway, I guess that goes to show that indeed she's sending out a message that she's not beefing with Beyonce, and so stop spreading that narrative. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Actually, wait, before we move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, let me also quickly acknowledge what you guys did with Hot 97 when they were running around with a false narrative as well. You guys forced them to delete that post. And I was so proud of you. I think that happened about 5 days ago. I don't know why I didn't end up talking about it, but I saw that happening as well. And I see what you guys are doing. And proud is an understatement, because gone are the days when we would just sit on the sidelines and watch these media platforms profit off of, slandering Nicki Minaj's name. We're not going to allow that to happen in 2025. And I love the way that you guys are approaching everything. Okay. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Doechii. Now, at some point during, this year, Doechii was ranking above Nicki Minaj in as far as, Spotify listeners, monthly Spotify listeners. She had like 60 million, and she was the highest streamed female rapper, followed by Doja Cat. And so people suddenly noticed, an immediate drop from the 60s to the 33 million monthly listeners. And so people are like, okay, what is going on right now? What could have happened for someone, to drop 30 million listeners? Like, what's going on? So now academics, that he has his own issues with TDE as well. I guess, that's his way of showing loyalty to Judas Degrassi, Drake. So this is what he decided to post on his platforms. He said, how does Doechii manage to lose more than 30 million listeners twice? Did the guy who buys TDE boards go missing? Okay. And of course, there's an entire discourse surrounding that entire situation. Personally, I will always say that, time has a way of always telling exactly what is going on. But that being said, I will also say that in her defense, isn't that the time that she had anxiety out? So maybe it was during that time when she had the hot song out. Maybe that's where the 30 million listeners were coming from. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, still talking about Judas Degrassi fans. They are crying, okay? They are losing it on Twitter there because they feel like their favorite is being blackballed and isn't getting radio play. They are crying. They are analyzing literally everything, okay, from the Billboard Hot 100, stats. So it is looking like Drake is out there getting only 3.5 million in airplay. Meanwhile, his streams are like 22.5 million, okay? And everyone else, that is actually in the top 5. The first song actually has 72.8 million airplay. And Drake has 3.5, and the other person has like 19.9 million. And, the other person actually has 35 million. and the other one 40.9 million. And when it comes to streams, Drake actually has the highest streams. So of course they are losing it. They don't know how to handle this. And personally, as a Nicki fan, I'm just like, what goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. And this Alex Warren guy, I saw some of the fans losing it because Billboard was out there commenting underneath his pictures, and they felt like it's a conspiracy or whatever between this Alex Warren and Billboard to block Drake from going number one. And I'm like, I don't know. I want Nicki Minaj to tweet that Alex Warren is the hardest working man in the industry right now. That's what I need. I want Nicki Minaj to do. I just want her to tweet, Alex Warren, oh my God, you are amazing. The hardest working men in the game right now. Because guess what, Drake? We saw this coming, but you thought that we're all pandering to these people would make you exempt from getting played like this. So let me know in the comment section, you guys. Are you sympathizing with Judas Degrassi and his fans? Or are you like me, just sitting and watching from the sidelines because, well, this ain't any of your business? And moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Each time I try to pronounce a name, I will be literally out here fighting for my life because I'm always tempted to say Ayra Starr, and she's out there saying, no, the Y is actually coming. Why are you guys calling me Ayra? It's Ayra Starr. Ayra Starr. Okay. That girl. You guys do know that she opened up in the past that she actually used to run a bub blog before she became famous, and she's been a known bub, okay? So news is that she just got signed by none other than Fraudulent Nation. They got her, you guys. They got her. And all I'm gonna say is that I do hope that they come through for her career. I do hope that they won't drag this girl down with them, because as it stands right now, I'm not seeing any of their artists doing amazing. I mean, Rihanna is not even releasing any music. Bongo too, we saw what happened with Whenever. So I do not know if they still have the same formula that they used on Rihanna, or if that formula is actually going to work well for Ayra in this in this era, because things have changed, But I do think that she has amazing aura. I think that her energy, she is that, superstar quality when I look at her. And I wouldn't be surprised if she looked up to Rihanna for inspiration as she grew up, because even from her mannerisms, you can tell that they are so Rihanna coded. But then again, the Rihanna coding is really in the confidence. And if you know anything about Nigerian people, they are very confident. So it could just be that Nigerian in her, like the way she talks and the way she's like, oh my God, she's a superstar, very confident. And I do hope that they are able to do for her what they were able to do for Rihanna. That's all I can hope for. But then again, we don't know Rihanna's story. We don't know why she suddenly decided to stop releasing music. So I pray for that lady, and I do hope that as she moves forward with Fraudulent Nation, they will not force her into shading Nicki Minaj or any of that, because you do know that they're obsessed with that. Once they sign an artist, they want the artist to denounce any Nicki Minaj respect that she may have, even at the detriment of that person's career. Because I mean, if they were really honest with themselves, if they really cared about these artists and their growth, throwing shade at Nicki Minaj as an upcoming artist is never a smart idea. So the fact that they're willing to jeopardize an artist's career just so they can spite Nicki Minaj shows you exactly and tells you exactly the kind of people these are. They care for nobody but their pockets. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Cousin Sloth, JT, and Glossop, okay? So there is a rumor that is going around, that is circulating in the streets, that actually at some point Cousin Sloth was out there putting a hit on JT in a basically wanting her to get jumped, and allegedly there was an occasion of like 5K for somebody to be out there jumping Jetavia. You guys do know that they had a little back and forth back in the day, and a little Twitter exchange and stuff like that. So it is being rumored that Glossop heard about it Glossop, that is used to be friends with Glorilla. So allegedly, after Glossop heard about it, she went to Jetavia and she told JT that, listen, people want to jump you. And allegedly, what did JT do? JT picked up the phone and called Cousin Sloth and said to her, why would you want me to be jumped? And Cousin Sloth said, who told you? Effie. I'm just imagining that's how the conversation went, you guys. I'm not sure how the conversation went, but after all was said and done, JT decided to tell Cousin Sloth that actually it's Glossop who told me. And from there, the Sloth decided to start ignoring Glossop. And Glossop doesn't know, or didn't know, at least up until yesterday, why Cousin Sloth all of a sudden started distancing herself from her. Because while somebody else spoke up and exposed everything that went down, and now it seems like Cousin Sloth and Jetavia are cool, and Glossop and Cousin Sloth are not cool anymore. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, where we are with the state of female rap unity. This is what people wish Nicki Minaj was doing with the girlies, playing these games of, oh my God, you're going to tell me that somebody wants to jump me, and then after you do me the favor, I'm going to snitch on you. I'm just like, it's craziness. But anyway, you guys, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated on what is happening in the celebrity world on Instagram, on Twitter, and about all things trending. Until my next one, see you.